So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. A throw to the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
But don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining on the schedule, that number's going to go sky high.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Barnes flushed out right. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to get a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a first down.
A screen pressure run.
What the fuck?
Well.
I didn't try to throw that shit.
On the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand.
I ain't even try to throw that shit.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal for the 3. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
But warm-up QB2 is bringing the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them down, you don't score points. You know, I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Shit, I like who the fuck with that shit. Okay.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. The previous drive, he had the touchdown throw to DK Metcalf. Let's see what they can do here. First and 10 now. Off the play fake. Barnes. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off play action. Barnes going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The Seahawks at 9-1 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at this,
that's caught inside the 20. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week. You talk about being physical all game long.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in the meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They may want to go back to that one. First
Let me see how I like the sub up. Let me see how I like the sub up.
That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Throwing on first down. Barnes. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 1st down, Barnes. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this 1st half. As he'll try again on 1st down here. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final time. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake. Barnes flushed out right. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
On 1st and 10, Barnes buying time to his left. Oh, look at the juke. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw. Barnes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Escaping the pressure right. Nifty move. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Barnes. He's got it. Touchdown. Donald Parham. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this 1st half, as he'll try again with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw again. Barnes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. It's caught. Lockett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not only you want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because the offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from this side now. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Barnes. Forced out to his left. He's got him in. Complete. he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Flushed out right. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with 4 touchdown passes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They were looking to throw, holding in the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Flush to his right. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I like this sub,
But as he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Being chased out left. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulated right now. We see double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
They go play action here on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Everything has been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Appreciate it, Kurt.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first two
Make sure I like
timeouts.
the sub up, man. This stream.
Throwing on first down, Barnes. He's going to go up top again. Now a battle for the football, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. Donald Harrell with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Play action, Barnes. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all
Me
that.
too, man.
People think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Off the play fake, Barnes. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 4 yards on a touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. That touchdown reception, his 22nd of the year, tying him for second all-time with Hall of Famer Jerry Rice, who also had 22 during the 1987 season. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think you can at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Play action. Barnes. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake. Barnes. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. DK Metcalf with an acrobatic catch. And the Seahawks are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Straight to the bottom. Straight to the bottom.
And out now come the Seahawks. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But let's see what they decide to do as they come after this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Barnes. Steps away to his left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And this is a rarity in the NFL. A 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen. And, of course, a special player.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's taken in by his big tight end, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Barnes. Flushed out right. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He's been watching this when he's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And he dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Forced out to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Barnes. Flush to his right. Takes this pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
For the Seahawks, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back.
today. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Appreciate it, Kurt. Catch you later, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the sub, bro. Have a good night.
It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt. Now in year number 6.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
First down, Barnes. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Isaiah Simmons was there in coverage. You talk about this Rams defense. Now they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really improve it in this one.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He lets it fly from Lockett. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty and it back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Now a throw here, hold in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
And that was a fun little watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off-play action, Barnes. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Kirk. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's probably feeling like he dodged a little bit of a bullet through the interception on the last drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. On 1st and 10, Barnes.
Oh, no.
And this is incomplete. very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. The Seahawks at 10-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just...
Oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football in here as the ball will come out to the 20. Not the start to this ball game he had hoped for. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. The good news is this ball game is still scoreless. So let's start all over here. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Barnes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Barnes. Dancing to his left. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Steps away to his left. Going right back to Finn. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Back to throw. Barnes. He's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time this far. Isaiah Simmons picking it up. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out, and he'll be looking to snap a pretty unwelcome start to this ball game. Interceptions on his first 3 drives. They'll look to turn things around here as they start with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes buying time to his left. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st down, Barnes. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. 2nd and long. Smith and Jigba to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith-Njigba, what a catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Barnes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Out to his left. And that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Rolling to his right. He will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Last time they had it, he ran it in, and he now has a dozen rushing scores this season, 12 of them. Pretty impressive number. See what he can do here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set. Running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Off play action. Barnes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Barnes steps away. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. How about that, their quarterback, with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Well, this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
What a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
The job done on the ground on their previous drive with a touchdown run. And they'll start anew with a first down. Following the fumble recovery, Barnes. He'll buy some time right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Barnes on the move to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake. Barnes. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime Big 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes left side. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Sudden, we've got a new ball game back to level after that interception that he threw on the previous drive led to a touchdown. So we'll see if they can get things right here. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They'll bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Off play action. Barnes. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The door for any offense versus his own defense. Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Barnes. Returning right back to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a tough skill to teach, and this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Off play action. Barnes. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays you can't account for?
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. Off the play fake, Barnes rolling to his left. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going, there he goes, right side. And they are going to score. Touchdown, LA. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Off play action. Barnes. He lets it fly for Lockett. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And nice man, complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's going to be incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Off the play fake, Barnes. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A game there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line. And we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop. And that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Off play action, Barnes. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that was going to fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'll go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The Seahawks again are ready to take over on offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Barnes. To the sideline and incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes. And he is caught. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off play action. Barnes. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Barnes forced out to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 34. Very nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. 3rd and 5. Off play action. Barnes being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
This offensive line flat out.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Off the play fake. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Here's first and goal. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Donald Parham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get... From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Dancing to his left. Across the 20 before they get to him.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a great read there, passing on challenging the blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Off play action. Barnes eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's second and 10 now. Throwing again. Barnes. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It's sold. I just sold it. You know how to. It's sold.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense did the job, got off the field. Now a first throw here in overtime. Steps away to his left. He's got him in, complete. And that worked this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
Partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambled to try and tackle him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. His poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Going from Metcalf on a deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey.
That's all right. I know it's an OT though. And I came back with 5 fucking picks.
Earn skill points by leveling up, and then spend them on a skill group of your choice. When you upgrade a skill group, the player ratings within that group will increase.
Today, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It's not that first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. But didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play before the 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. It looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Barnes forced out to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss. That's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. He had his first rushing touchdown of the game last drive, but certainly not his first of the season. In fact, his 15th. That moves him past what Cam Newton did as a rookie back in 2011 when Cam had 14 of them. So his impressive numbers just continue to pile up here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Being chased out left. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. That is going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, part, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they put field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Barnes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and second down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in his first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And that is incomplete. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth. Throwing on first down. Barnes dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Barnes. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are up to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
One of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. Off the play fake. Barnes. He'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Steps away to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Remember, Brennan, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. On first down, Barnes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Seahawks at 10-2 on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needs.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Play action. Barnes. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they
Yeah, I
know
like
that
this
stat,
up,
and it drives them
like
crazy
this.
because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for dealing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. On 1st and 10, Barnes going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Barnes. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Yeah, this pass broken up.
This nigga ass.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense.
Yo.
Off the play fake. Barnes. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. There's Lockett pulling in a tough ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnes forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I like what he showed me in this game because he certainly has understood when it was time to scramble with the ball. On this play, he shows me that he knows when to throw it away as well.
Steps away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 32 yards. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence.
Looking to throw. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now we'll see what the Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On the move to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Barnes. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Play action. Barnes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Barnes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that worked as well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Barnes. He hits his target, Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. Back to throw. Barnes. He's got his big tight end fan. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Barnes. Flush to his right. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Operating from the gun. Barnes being chased out. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a two-score game.
As we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Barnes. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's playing mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and it worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Fighting Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rolling to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
The Seahawks take back over, and they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Looking to throw. Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Off play action. Barnes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Grant Delpit. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg. Barnes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside.
Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
What's up?
Off the play fake. Barnes going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Barnes. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. DK Metcalf with another touchdown, number 24.
See, I like the sub up,
And the
Chuck. I like the
Seahawks
sub
extend
up.
this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, the defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time
You
out.
gotta like the sub up. After that.
The
Gotcha.
Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out. I would imagine on the defense it makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes flushed out right. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on a play. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Barnes. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is You stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Catch our boys later. Appreciate everybody. Stay tuned in this bitch like the sub, but catch our boys later. Crash out there, man. You should not like the sub, but click that bell so you don't miss the content.